We're trying. Where do I look? Where do I look? We're trying to do. Like I said, we're trying to do Facebook and Instagram at the same time because we're in like a battle because Craig has. You probably have more Facebook people. Okay, first of all,
what I love is that Tina is all of a sudden hosting my show on Sciplay Fitness and Slots.
No.
So Tina, people are confused. They have no idea who either of us are. So I think it would be best for me to definitely clarify who I am, why I'm wearing this Welcome to Fabulous Healthy Las Vegas, as I am the host of Fitness and Slots on YouTube. And it is a channel that is highly entertaining with, oh, you're drinking wine?
Oh,
I have club soda.
3 kids, man. Oh, I'm so fit. I don't drink wine. Okay, Craig.
I do. I drink wine, but I stretch with it. You know that.
I know you do. You're amazing.
Yeah. So on Fitness and Slots, it's gamifying your workouts. So Sciplay has 7 different apps.
I love you. Somebody just said there's a lot of feedback.
Yeah, on the Instagram.
On the gram. Should we hop? I feel bad.
Why don't we tell Instagram to go on over to our Facebook?
Yeah, there is feedback. I hear it too. That's annoying. Okay, we're gonna fix it. We're sorry. Tell them.
Instagram people, go to Craig Ramsey on Facebook, and you can join us there, or you can find Tina as well. It's already live up there, so join in the conversation, and then there won't be any feedback.
So they can join on either Facebook Live.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hang up and I'm gonna tell them to
That's rude.
I know. I'm very rude. They know my followers know I'm very rude. They don't care. I'm gonna leave a little note saying we had to switch to Facebook Live because Instagram problems.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I'll finish this really quick introduction, everyone. As the Sciplay community knows, I host Fitness and Slots, and it's gamifying your workouts, the 7 different Sciplay apps of slot games that are the real deal things that you love, we all love and adore, from the casino brought to your home on your phone. And I expertly pair fitness programming to match with that and complement that experience. It keeps you going longer and harder with your exercise. You don't even know it. It's undercover. And then, of course, Facebook, and we have both Tina and I on social media have a great supportive following from us being on Newlyweds the First Year. Tina is a big star. If you do a simple Google search, you will see she's an Indian pop star. She's a Bollywood star. And of course, reality TV star from in 2013, Bravo TV explored relationships and marriages like TV has never seen in Newlyweds the First Year. This is way before Marriage at First Sight and all those other couple shows. The show followed first year of married life for 4 different couples. And episode 1 showcased the couple's weddings and established their relationship dynamics, and in most cases involved the couple's families. So season 1 standout stars were definitely TINA SUGANDH and her hubby Tars. Season 1 also had Blair and Jeff, a same-sex couple who I really feel are pioneers for marriage equality on TV, and we'll get to that. Tina and the show made such great TV ratings, and it shocked Bravo themselves on the Bravo network here, big in the US, that they...
I like it, keep going.
It greenlit season 2 and 3, and as a lot of you know, Brandon and I were featured on season 3. So we have publicly talked about this. We really credit Tina and just her opening up her life and her relationship the way she did.
Oh gosh.
That eventually led to us getting this opportunity to showcase who we are. So yeah, let's let me jump right in here. I want to say, Tina, did I miss anything?
I only said my vagina because I don't know if you remember the episode where I got a pap on national television. Oh no,
yes,
it wasn't.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was a pap, or maybe I got my pregnancy checked and they stuck the thing in the thing and the thing and the.
Tina, I had my taint fully waxed on national TV.
You win.
So we are like 2 peas in a pod, and I'll jump into this. Tina, how did you get Newlyweds the First Year on Bravo season 1? Okay,
hold on though. Are we Facebook Live? I only really do IG. Guys, come follow me on Instagram. That's where my jam is. Instagram.com.
And what is it on Instagram?
Instagram.com/ my crazy weird name that no one can ever spell. So I think it's right there. TINA SUGANDH.
Right.
Craig, are we going to see like questions or comments on Facebook Live like we do on Instagram?
Yeah, we will. They're always on the right-hand side. So right now we're just seeing people that are joining, and we will get lots of comments and stuff, but I need you to focus and answer the questions.
No, I will not.
Tina and I are like brother and sister. We look a lot alike too, don't we?
Like we look totally like. Well, actually, you know what's really sweet? There's like pictures on our Instagrams of you holding my babies. You can't get closer than that.
Holding your babies when they were in the belly.
You were there for everything. You were there the day that Tarzi broke his arm. That's crazy. Remember that? Well, if you forgot that, you'd be a dick. Like, I don't remember when he broke his arm in half.
I'm not a dick, so let's focus. How did you get Newlyweds?
Okay,
it's a big deal.
It's not big. I mean, you're sweet. No, it isn't. No, it was a big deal. It was amazing. It was crazy. So how I got it, the short version of everything is I started performing music when I was 5 with my family. I play guitar, I play drums. I played with everybody from Timbaland to Ringo Starr. And I've had record deals with Hollywood Records and Sony, and like been on all these soundtracks like Christmas with the Cranks and Ice Princess. Just anyway, just had a bunch of amazing opportunities that I feel really, really grateful for. So I did like this one video with Fat Joe or something. And that led to whatever, people noticing. And then I made the cut for Real Housewives of New York. I was almost a Real Housewife of New York. And but then, oh, here's the coolest thing. In my music career, I've always been told I was too old. Okay. I got my record deal at 25 with Hollywood Records, and I had to like hide it because I was 25. Yes. It was like, just hide that you're 25. I was like, okay. So I've always been like age shamed, and that's part of the game. I'm not like complaining. It's whatever. So I was always used to hearing like, you're too old, you're too old, you're too old. And then
not too old for the Housewives. Well,
that's the thing. When I almost got Housewives in New York, the reason they said that I made like the top whatever. And the reason I didn't get it, they said, was because I was too young. Yeah.
Thank you. That's the response to that. Oh, thanks.
Right? So I was like, finally. And I was like,
and you are still young even now. So I'm not surprised that they were interested in you, because obviously you're a lot of fun and you're gorgeous and you have a lot of things going on. But ultimately, I understand you're young. But then how did it lead to Newlyweds? Oh,
because after that, Craig, you know me. When you do that idea of something that I'm not sure that I want, but I probably do. But if you say no, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like this is like my husband always makes fun of me because I'll be on the phone and someone with like Bed Bath & Beyond will be like, no, we can't take that coupon, it's expired. And I'll hang up the phone. I'll be like, my tagline in this house is, don't tell me no.
Right.
Right. So when I got rejected, I didn't know if I wanted a reality show, but they rejected me. So I was like, no. Girlfriend's getting a show. So I went after it. I was like, what else is there that I can do?
Did you see a breakdown for an audition or something for it? I know we're never allowed to talk about this. So guys, let's just be crystal clear. We're out of our contracts, and we feel we can talk about it. So
should I tell you the real story? I've never talked about it.
Of course, please take a big gulp and tell us.
Okay, so here's the thing. We already were oh God, this is bad. We already were married. Yeah, I'm hanging up. Hubby, I did something bad.
I remember us talking about it, but I'm a little surprised because I love that you're sharing. I mean, we need to spill the tea. It's time.
But it's not that bad. It's not 100. It's only 80% bad. So we were already married, but like when you're Indian, you don't really care much about paperwork. It's just more like a religious ceremony. Right. Whether you're religious or not, it's just about like the ceremony. So we had like the Indian ceremony. So my mom was alive for that. So, and she literally like months later just started to decline. So grateful to everything that ever was that she was at what we consider our real wedding. Yeah. Okay. So we were religiously married already. We had no plans. This is terrible. Whatever.
Of course you can. Just dig into it, dive in. Yeah.
So I was just like, again, when you tell me no, like when I got rejected for Housewives in New York, I was like, I want a show now. I want to feel what it's like. Cause I so we were already married, but I saw a show for Newlyweds, and I was like, you know, we have to go to the courts anyway because for taxes. We were just gonna get like the paperwork. We don't care. We're not very. I don't even wear a wedding ring. We're just happy. We don't care about societal, you know, norms, right?
So you saw the breakdown and you just submitted?
Well, I submitted. We were just gonna literally go to the courts because we needed to have tax stuff done. And then I saw the Newlyweds thing, and I was like, well, we could do like a wedding. We don't want them, but we could do a wedding. And we and we got this show, and then I was like, fuck. Well, wait. Let me not just say we got
PC, Sciplay, PC.
Oh, sorry. This is gonna be hard. All right.
Reel it in.
No, I can do it. I actually host a show. I MC a live concert show, which I'll tell you about later, but I'm not allowed to curse at all. And I do a great job. I haven't cursed yet. I think I said douchehole. That was the worst I've said. Can I say douchehole?
Sure.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Favorite word. No, I won't say it. So, okay. So, I don't want to just say we got the show. When you try out for a reality show, it is insane. You will get yeses, no's, yeses, no's, yeses, no's.
The process is long.
The process is long, and they will say, they came back to us with no so many times, but I was like, I'm going to prove to you why that's a yes. Like, they came back to me once and said, you're so full of energy, blah, blah, blah. Everybody thinks you're acting, so no. And I had to go and prove, like, I'm actually insane. I promise. My energy level's off the charts all day. Ask my husband. So I had to prove that. Then they came back and said, well, we don't actually like where you live anymore. And so I said, oh boy. So I said I had a house somewhere else where I might not have, or I might have. And then we just had a house somewhere else.
You had access to it. We saw it. That's where you got married on TV on episode 1.
Well, that was actually our real house.
Oh.
But you didn't tell me this is going to be like, oh, like, just spill it. So, no, that was the real part of everything. No, so my point is, we auditioned in all of our houses across the country, and we auditioned like, I mean, it was just, no, this is wrong about you. This is wrong about you. This is wrong about you. And we kept having to like prove, like, look, we can do it. So finally we got it. And then I was like, we have to have a wedding?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And a whole year after a wedding. So that's how it starts, everyone, is you have episode 1, your wedding. It showcases who you are, and then it explores a whole year. And a whole year with filming is longer than a year. It was for us. We
filmed for 14. Yeah, we filmed for, I think, like 14 months and then more. But so we actually were in the process of moving from California, where we lived forever, to South Carolina. So we moved here, and we had a month to put together a wedding.
Wow.
A wedding, a TV wedding, not like a wedding where you have a bunch of people over and just like whatever. A TV
Us too.
wedding. Oh my God, it was horrible. I want to hear your story, of course. It was insane. It was so stressful. So we just put it together, and then Bravo cameras were here. We didn't know they were going to be here from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. for 7 days during the whole crazy Indian wedding. And we don't even remember it. We were so drunk, tired. Like, we didn't drink because we were so drunk, tired that it was crazy. It was crazy. So
so I have 100 questions. So we gotta keep it really flowing.
I want to hear about, well, let's just go for questions.
You're not lying. The thing is that, and I want to make this clear, is that you are a huge success. Your family's a success. Your father was a humongous, well-known actor. So I feel like, and I want to be clear, you contoured your life to match what a lot of like interns and casting and producers were giving you hardship with, because ultimately you still were authentic. And this is why we matched so well. You were authentic to exactly who you are.
Yes. No, so, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This is me. I'm take it or leave it. I'm nuts. In a good way.
With Newlyweds for us, because it wasn't on my radar. I didn't see the announcements for season 1 or any of this, because I was on Bravo, as a lot of people know, with Intervention in 2010, which is a few years. Right, before that, before your show. So it wasn't on my radar. And I really thought I was just disposed of from Bravo, to be honest, because we only had one season of Intervention. Jackie was very difficult for the network to work with. And I knew that they kind of put the kibosh on it. And then we had about 3 or 4 friends that said, oh, there's this relationship show that we think you'd be good for. I didn't know the network. And then when we had our first casting and they said it's for Bravo, I said, let's just wrap it up right now. I'm not going to get this show. They never take sloppy seconds from shows that are deemed failures or problematic. And lo and behold, in like your process, it was so long and so many yes, no's, but we were really detached from it. And then when we got it, we were thrilled. It was a cool concept, but we were lucky because then I could just Google it and I watched your season, and that's why it sold it to me. But you were a pioneer. You had no idea what this show was going to be or be about.
Well, actually, more so than that. But wait, hold on. So were you guys already planning on having a wedding anyway?
We got the call. Okay, don't quote me on the specifics, but we got the interest in, I believe it was February, maybe. And it was going to, we were going to get married in November, but we were going to be in Canada and things like that. So when they said, can you get married next month? And we're like, no, I can't. And so we decided, we really sat down and we weighed everything, because Brandon did not like my experience on Intervention. He thought Jackie abused me. He thought network and production company, everyone. And he goes, do we really want to do this? And for us, it was, and this is what my next question is, what was your motive to do it? For us, it was, we had an opportunity as 2 same-sex people in a relationship to showcase not just us, but the love around us. And we felt like if we showcased how we are just good people and how many good people support us, that we would make a difference for marriage equality. Why did you do it? What was your motive?
Stubbornness.
But did you want to be on TV? What did you want to showcase? Your singing, or what was it? Your relationship? What was it?
No, it's funny because I wish I had, I have a business now that I love so much. Actually, that came about from being on Watch What Happens Live, but it's Mom on Top Shop. So if you go to Mom on Top Shop.
And who helped name that?
My love, your husband.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't expect him to come out the winner. We had a naming contest, and I was like, Brandon, that's
genius.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Love it. It sounds a little bit pornish, which is good because it's a little what is that?
Clickbait.
It's perfect. Yeah. So what was the question?
You didn't have that at the time. So
I wish I had
why?
something like that back then, because that would have been great to have that on TV. It was just something different. I've done music since I was 5 years old. Every single weekend I've had record deals. I also have, I studied biology like every good Indian girl, and I got an honors degree in bio, and then I got a record deal though. So I was like, I'm gonna take the record deal. But it was something different. And I love performance in any way.
But this isn't, you knew this is not a performance. You knew that you were playing you. Did you feel like you were ready in your life to share you and not a character?
Well, yeah, no, because I've done media since I've been on stage since I was 5, media since I was 8. I've been interviewed since I was 8 years old everywhere. And no, I love reaching out. I was hoping to inspire, and I did. I had a moment that I'm probably most proud of ever that happened on Andy Cohen's show. And I want to tell you about that. But I have Andy questions later. Wait, hold on. So how do we see comments? Because I'm so used to Instagram Live.
So Kelly's saying this is so worth it. And Kim, I don't know. Play around with your screen and maybe you'll come across it. But Kim is saying this story is amazing. Michael's loving that I added closed captions. So yeah. So no, I'll let you know. When questions come in, I'll let you know. But so I love that. You definitely wanted to try something new, because something about Tina, and I know Tina, and we're going to get to this in the next question that I have for her, but I know Tina, and I know that she's a risk taker, and like me, she puts herself out of her comfort zone in order to better herself. And that also was one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, not only for me, but also because it was a relationship show. I really wanted to challenge Brandon and I knew that TV is therapy. So I knew it would expedite our relationship.
What did you need therapy about?
I just think in general, I think that couples over time get to learn each other in a unique and different way when they're married. And for Brandon and I, we entered into our marriage, especially because we don't have a handbook with it, without any kind of traditional stress. So if our marriage didn't work out, we would have felt okay to use that platform as a challenge. And if it didn't go well, we would have gotten divorced.
How long were you together before this happened?
Oh, at least 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Tina, I have, this is first a statement and then a question. So when you are contracted with our specific show, there are 3 other couples, 4 in total each season, 1, 2, and 3. And contractually, you're not allowed to talk to other.
I can't hide my facial expressions. The one thing that's bad about me is that you can read me like a book. You said 3 other couples, and I made such a mean face. Oh God. Okay.
So we're going to get to the other couples. We're going to talk about this, but we're not allowed to search out and or talk to any couples even past season. So now that we're out of the contract, contractually speaking, when I watched Newlyweds and Tina was one of the sealing deals for me, I reached out to her, and that's when we instantly bonded and we got together, and we became besties, right? And through my whole filming, you were really proactive with it. Did you talk to any other couples? Oh, just a second. Someone's calling. There we go. Did you connect with other couples when you were and meet them while you were filming?
I think just you guys, right?
Not Jeff and Blair. Did you meet them behind the scenes?
No. I want to say I met them after. I don't remember. Well, I definitely didn't have a friendship with anyone except while we were filming. No, because we didn't know you when we were filming.
Right. But you didn't talk to any of the other couples? Because we certainly did. We found out who Tara and Rob were. I
don't even know what happened yesterday in my life. I have 3 kids and no brain. They have sucked the brain cells from my brain. I don't know. I don't remember. I know I hung out with Blair, but I feel like that was after the show.
Yeah, I didn't reach out to Blair during the show. I only reached out to you when we were filming. But I did connect with Tara and Rob, who, if you guys don't know, were one of the couples. And
where do you stand now?
What's that?
Where do you guys stand now?
Oh, we haven't talked to them. She blamed us for everything bad in her whole life, which we'll get to. But I knew who they were. I reached out and I stayed far away because we had a mutual friend that said she's absolutely nuts. And it intrigued me, and it almost made me like, okay, good. So because Brandon and I were only ourselves, and we aren't really crazy. I mean, sometimes we do crazy things, but we're not nuts. And we're like, good, then her and Rob are obviously bringing that to the table. So that's good. But then we did connect with them, and I really, truly liked them. I know a lot of people didn't like them on our season. What did you think of Tara and Rob?
I focused so much on you guys. I met her with you guys, remember? I met her a bunch of times with you guys.
Yeah, I liked her, and she pulled the wool over my eyes because if people don't know, Shaws of Sunset, which is a very popular Bravo show, instantly from both my Fintervention days and Newlyweds, we were in, once you're in Bravo, especially with a show that does well, and by all accounts, Fintervention did do well, but we were around the Shaws so much that I became friends with them, and I introduced Tara, knowing she's Persian, to that group. Lo and behold, on season 6 of Shaws, Tara and Brandon and I was first, but we were the only people that knew that she was having a little hanky-panky with Shervin from the show. And it all came out on camera to our surprise. So we were thrust into there. And then when that happened, and not that it was me that was the whistleblower, because I certainly wasn't, it was a girlfriend of hers. But she basically, in order to get back with Rob, blamed me and Brandon and the show for all of her, what's the word? Like manipulation. Like she felt influenced by us. I don't give a shit if she's on Shaw's and if she's having an affair and all that. That's her. I wasn't a threesome in that. So it was ridiculous that in order to get back with Rob, and this shows how Rob's state of being is, that she felt like if she threw us under the bus, that she could get back with him for whatever motives that was. It's not for me to go into.
Sure.
But I'm highly disappointed by both of them and insulted.
Wasn't he an ass? Wasn't he like the I am man, Henry Ward type of ass? Wasn't he? Yeah,
100%.
It's all starting to come back a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
I want to ask the viewer, if you watch Newlyweds, please let us know if you know what we're talking about. And if you have any questions, please ask along the way, okay? Okay, Tina, best moment of Newlyweds the first year for you?
Well, I just want to say about her, Tara, whatever. I have a hard time. She was really sweet when I met her a bunch of times. I have a hard time connecting with, I don't want to say this as a whole because there's exceptions, but I don't know. I'll just say this. If my husband ever, we don't steamroll over each other and we respect each other. And if he ever treated me like anything lesser than an equal, he treats me like I'm better than him, which I think is stupid because we are very equal. But if he ever treated me even like this much, wow, I'm really tired. That much lower.
Yeah.
Kids, you'll never sleep again. Like that much lower, we would. So I feel like I'm just such a strong woman. Like so.
Here you are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's hard for me to relate to. Like, why don't take women out there? Come on. We're all whatever. I
expected more out of her. I was highly disappointed with the chauvinistic ways of Rob and how she took it. And ultimately, they're together. I hope that they've grown in their relationship. But what everyone saw in Newlyweds was quite accurate. And I feel like it was a huge disservice to the investment that Brandon and I made in her, because we certainly did care about her. Sure. And she threw it away. And I mean, we were still. She was very limited to what she told me. However, I knew that her and Shervin were having an affair, and I kept my mouth shut. She asked me to. She also asked me to be an accomplice. Can you tell Rob that we're hanging out and all these things? And me being slightly, really blonde in moments, I pieced it all together afterwards.
Yeah, well, you're super sweet. You're one of like the you just have the biggest heart. I mean, you really do. Every time we get on the phone together, every single time, you just rise me up. You make me feel bad. You make me feel like I can conquer the world with a phone call every time. It's crazy. So no, you're just sweet and you just want to help.
But I had to lie on Shaw's a Sunset to Mercedes. She knew something was really fishy, and I didn't feel like it was my place, and I certainly didn't want that as a motive. As thirsty as Reza continues in 3 seasons later to call me to get on his show, I could have gone on and I could have exploded all of that, and I simply didn't. It was friends of mine who I really care about, and I feel bad that I lied to Mercedes for months of their filming, and then when it all came out, I had to come clean and I had to tell her. I said I knew all of this, and then for Tara to dismiss us, because I'm friends with people regardless if we're on TV or not. Like you, we're still close friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Tina, best moment of Newlyweds. What was it? Whole year or 14 months of filming. What was the best moment?
I so have it. It's awful. It's awful. Okay. It's awful. Okay. So we were, I was not allowed to look pregnant. This is just sounding all so bad. I was not allowed to look pregnant. Okay. Because it was a secret, because I had like 9,000 miscarriages on television. Right. So finally I was able to get pregnant. And so when I was, the show, so if you guys don't know how TV works, after you film it, they take like 14,000 years to actually air it. So the last episode showed us getting pregnant, and then like 9 years later, so I was pregnant during the time they were editing everything, right? So we were, so I was not allowed to look pregnant. So two things that were so fun. One of them is like total battles with the PR people, because they were like, you can't do press. And these other couples were getting to do like ABC and NBC. And I was like, dude, I'm so fit, right? I've kept myself so fit and so trim. No one would know if I wear like one of those trendy, like, what are they called? I don't know, fashion, not even fashion, I don't know, common shit. The floofy dresses that under your boobs, they just floof out. If I
don't know, Tina, my husband, the fashion expert, not me.
Where's Brandon? So if I wore one of those dresses or shirts, nobody would know. And I sent them pictures from every angle. And I was like, dude, let me out on the press tour. Like, I can do this. So finally I had to do like local press because I had to do it. And I had to just claim the stupidity. Like, oh, I didn't know you didn't mean local. Oh, because I wanted press. So the funniest thing is we were in the hospital and we were giving birth to Tarzi, but I wasn't allowed to, like, no one was allowed to know, but we were on all the hospital TVs. Like Newlyweds was airing on all the hospital TVs.
Oh my gosh.
So people were coming up to us and hubby Tars was talking in a Russian accent to be like, because people would be like, that's you guys. And he would be like, I can't do a Russian accent, but if I could, he'd be like, he was like, that's not that son. Like he would just do like a Russian accent because we didn't know how else to hide it. And I was like, it was so hard not to laugh. So we had to pretend we weren't those two people in the hospital giving birth that everyone was watching on TV.
Wow.
Even worse, this is the best memory ever. It's the worst mom moment. And we're so proud of it. We came home we took Tarzi was a preemie. So he was in the hospital for like a month after we gave birth to him, little Tarzi. And the day that we took him home was the day that Newlyweds was one of the Newlyweds episodes was on. And you remember we always did the live tweeting. Yeah. So we brought him home, little Tarzi, the first day. Most moms would be like, oh, my baby's home. Oh. And we brought him home and we put him in the crib and we started live tweeting. And I swear to God, like 15 minutes later, totally forgot he was there. We were like, oh my God, there's a baby in there. There's a baby in there.
Because you have to relive your life a year beforehand, basically, when it's airing. And so we experienced that too. Things like even haircuts and stuff. I'm like, what the hell?
It was so, we would make fun of ourselves so bad. Like, you're so stupid and you sound like that. But the funniest moment we will always cherish is that we forgot that our newborn baby, who we brought home from the hospital 1 month later as a preemie, was sitting next to us in a crib. We were so busy live tweeting about our show. We were like,
so basically that's your favorite moment afterwards. But what was your favorite moment on camera that you filmed?
Oh, God, that's a tough question. What was yours while I think of mine? I don't know.
Our wedding, for sure.
Yeah,
it was
our wedding. Oh, only because we were drunk, tired the whole time. But go ahead.
I loved our wedding because it was what my intent to do the show was to showcase my family and friends and the support we had, and my grandma getting up and doing Christian scriptures that supporting us. It was fabulous. Like that for me was all worth it. But then that's day 3 of a whole year of filming. So then I was like, oh crap, what do we do now? Yeah. What do you think for you? What did you enjoy filming?
I'll be honest, the whole thing was really, really hard because Tars was like one of the plot lines was that he was
tent poles.
What's that?
It's called the tent pole.
What do you mean?
In reality, a tent pole is like the like a storyline, like something that needs a start and a middle and an end. Like it's a major function, like you giving birth or a wedding or something like that.
We call it a tent pole because it's reality. Yeah,
tent pole.
All right. So
his business, right? His business.
I mean, one of the major issues was that we could not get pregnant because he was always working, and he was, and so it was really hard on him. I mean, he would actually be working while we were filming because there was so much waiting time, and the whole thing was really hard and stressful because of that. But favorite, I think maybe, gosh. Well, I'll tell you one thing that I loved because I loved the message. We actually had a whole plan to film us telling Tarz's parents that we were pregnant, and we had a surprise. We were going to we had the whole restaurant, Bravo, and we all set up this amazing restaurant. We were going to give Tarz's dad loves Jack, so we had the waiter. And I like whiskey too. So we were going to have the waiter bring out little shots, and I was going to do a shot, but we had apple juice that looked like whiskey for me so that they would guess. And then at the end, we were going to give them the cake, which said like whatever. So they'd be shocked because I was like drinking whiskey the whole time. Right. So we had that all set up, ready to go filming. And then the day before we were supposed to film, I started bleeding out the vag like crazy because I was having a miscarriage. Yeah, because I was having my first of 5 miscarriages. Well, no, but the reason I love that, why this is my favorite thing that we filmed, is because of how many women it helped. So instead of we had to cancel that whole filming session and turn it into like, you know, this horrible sad thing, which it was. But what I loved about that is just how many women it helped. I mean, people are ashamed. People are ashamed of admitting they had miscarriages. People don't talk about it. I didn't know how many women were shamed for having a miscarriage until they wrote to me and said to me things like, "My husband says it's my fault." Like, oh my, I can't even hear that. And like my family is like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I know there's something wrong with my body, and like all these things that I was like, what?
Wow.
And I didn't know that either. Like I thought too, there was something wrong with my body. And then I had 5 miscarriages, and I learned, but I learned that it was 1 in 4 pregnancies end in miscarriage. And the day that I learned that was the day that I felt so much better about, okay, I'm normal. It's okay. And I got to say that on Andy Cohen's show. And that was like my most proud TV moment because of how many women were like, thank you. And I can't believe what we go through and how shamed we are. It's really stupid. It's like,
I remember all of that. And I remember afterwards, when you were able to talk about that experience, because during you really couldn't, because people had to watch it unfold. Right. It was a big motivator too for Bree. She, in our season, I was trying to help Brandon's sister, his biological sister, to get pregnant. So I was donating, and it kept failing and failing. And like, I'm also to blame for blaming women. Like I literally was like, oh, it's got to be the overweight lesbian that has the fertility problems, right? And I was like, I feel bad about it, but I'm going to get to the worst moment. I'll share mine, which I'm leading into, was that when I had to find out I had low sperm count on national TV. And I was like, oh my gosh, and here I am blaming poor Bree and adding to the stereotype and the issues that women have to go through. And it was me all along.
I love that you're so real about it. I love it.
Oh, I felt so bad afterwards because I didn't even think twice to be like, well, of course it's Bree. My manhood works. I'm totally great down there. And I mean, I wasn't. So of course it was a learning lesson for people too, because we shared that experience. So yeah. What was your worst moment that you feel that you had to go through in the filming of Newlyweds?
In the filming, like the filming process?
Yeah, or after, whatever you feel.
If we're talking about filming, my God, I loved it. So okay, so we had a very different experience than you. Okay, you had an SHIT, to keep it PG, producer, and we had Lauren Lazen, and she's amazing. Yeah. She's so mind you, Craig, we were told, like every other couple that was told, to just we want to see married life. Like we were told, we want to see you sitting on the couch eating potato chips, watching TV. Right. And I feel like some people took that like realistic.
Literally.
Like literally. Yeah. Like, all right, turn the camera on. We're gonna eat some chips. Mm-hmm. And then some of us were like, well, maybe we should show the parts that maybe aren't so pretty. You know, maybe, you know, whatever. So
you challenge them for sure to be out of that documentary box, right?
Well, you know, I mean, just I don't know. I guess I feel like we all, just because you're in your first year of marriage, it's not necessarily bliss. It's actually a lot of adjusting, especially like marrying a dude that, you know, his family doesn't know anything about my culture. And, you know, it's just, there's so many instances where you're supposed to have like newlywed bliss, and it's just sometimes
it's a hangover. I felt like that whole year is a hangover from the excitement of planning a wedding, and it's all about you. You're the director, the producer, you're the star, you're choreographing, you know, everything. And then it's just done. And so
and what now?
Well, for us, this is a really good thing to talk about. So in your season, you had an expert producer that was in charge. Ours, we did not. And listen, everyone, this is something for you to understand, that when you have 4 different couples and you have a very narrow-minded producer like we did, she put us almost like she dealt with us last. So the other 3 couples, if she decided that their storyline was going to be them having a dog, she didn't want us to have a dog, which was really weird. And we had to fight her on that. I'm like, but Nike's in our life all the time. Like, how are we going to film? And she goes, well, can't someone watch him? It was ridiculous producing. And by the time she got to us, what was missing in her other stories was financial issues and laziness. So she tried to pin on me because she didn't like me from day one. And that's because she came from the documentary world. And because I had already done reality TV, I knew so much more than she did, to be quite honest. So she felt really insecure around me. And she's that type of person that overcompensates. So she, at my expense or everyone's expense around her. And yeah, basically she decided that I was lazy and I wasn't working. And meanwhile, less than 3 years before that, I was hired on Bravo as the very reputable, credible trainer and author that I am. So she was discrediting Bravo in the process of trying to make me look bad. Now, however, there are so many things that were highlighted in our season that were authentic, like me not picking up after myself and throwing my sweaty, wet clothes in the kitchen, and everything was truthful. But the fact that 80% of what she wanted to film was not authentically who we are did a disservice to the show, in my opinion.
She just sounds super insecure, because what I know about you is that you have very you contribute in a really important way to projects. I mean, you have really good ideas. You're geniusly creative, and
Thank you.
I mean, if you're insecure, yes, it can be intimidating. You definitely in the beginning, when I didn't know you, intimidated me a bit, because
really?
Well, yeah, I'm not the most secure person. I mean, I think everybody can know that.
No, everyone thinks that you're the most secure person. Yeah.
You being sarcastic?
No, everyone does think you. Look at you. You're gorgeous. You have the career. You've been on TV. You have an amazing family.
Right. That's crazy. I love it. Crazy. No, I feel like an old hag and I'm a train wreck. No, trust me, I'm grateful for my life. I love my life, but no, I have crazy insecurities. So yeah, when I first talked to you, you definitely, I didn't know you, and I was like, oh God, this guy like knows his stuff, and I'm sitting here, I don't know anything, and he's got ideas like on ideas, and I don't know what I'm doing. And you're very intimidating if you don't know that all you mean is, you know, all you are about is helping, and you're nothing but pure gold in your heart. But when you don't know that, definitely you can be intimidating, because you're very vocal about it too.
Yeah, I when I have an opinion, I base it on my own experience and education. I'm not going to say something that I don't know anything about. Sure. So
you know, that's the problem.
Full blast, thank you. I wish you were my agent. So Kim Bishop says you're one amazing person and strong mama.
Who, me?
Which I feel is very true. So, and I knew this, and we, as I said, we really got close during my filming, and I got really tired of the compartmentalizing of my life that this producer tried to do. And what she refused to recognize is, like, the majority of our clients were on Bravo. And then all of a sudden we're invited to Lisa Vanderpump's unveiling of her star in Palm Springs. And then she brought Bravo into it like it's going to be a problem. And really, this is the disheartening part. Bravo had no problem with me and Brandon, what we do for a living, what, you know, our celebrity ties. We lived right in the heart of Hollywood, but it was her that got in her head the simplicity of brushing your teeth and sitting watching TV. And this is why the show failed in season 2 with ratings, is because they got overconfident from your season and didn't recognize all that you and Blair were bringing to the table. So what they did was they took credit for the documentary style of it. And then season 2 was exactly them just sitting on the couch and watching TV, and it was boring as hell.
Yes, it was.
So they were going to cancel our season apparently too, right before airing season 2.
I don't know. I didn't know that. I forgot. Yeah.
They were going to cancel it. And thank goodness, I think that because we were fun and we were bringing something a little more exciting than season 2, they still allowed ours to air, but they really put no marketing into it whatsoever for us. Like, I'm sorry you didn't get that press experience like the other couples did, and it surely would have helped even your season become bigger, which it was already big. But us, they really could give two rats ass about.
Well, you know, one other thing people don't know is after our season, we knew we were like good. I thought I had it in the bag because they told us Bravo told us meaning me and Tars, but what the hell does what do husbands do really? No, because I'm the ham, he's not. So they told me that Tars and I were responsible for 71% of the ratings for that show. We were actually the same week that we were on Watch What Happens Live, Cher was on and someone else big, I can't remember. And our viewership was more like we were rocking. So I was like, okay, here we go. And the problem was they told us that since we were responsible for 71% of the ratings and the other 3 couples, you know, you can tell what they were responsible for. That's why we weren't greenlit as a 4-couple kind of show to go on to year 2 of marriage. If we had 4 of, and I don't mean this in a you know, conceited way, but if there was 4 couples that were more kind of gave something, you know.
After season 3, we pitched to Bravo, everyone, like a Newlyweds show that would have taken you guys. Who else were we putting in the mix with it? Tara and Rob, I think. Yeah,
because I feel it was back then before you knew that she was
going to eliminate me from her life. So, and the one other couple up there choosing, and we really thought that would have been a strong idea to continue forward because, and this is our motive for this, after year 1, I think the true drama came out. Year 2 and 3 for Brandon and I, where we really had to dive into our relationship, like for us as a gay couple, because we're going to make mistakes. Again, we don't have a handbag. So that's where we had infidelity issues, and we really struggled with, are we in this for the long term? And that I think could have been really helpful to showcase how we pulled that through that for the viewers. And also I think us as a gay couple, it's not black and white. There's so much gray. And we found, and this was to our surprise, so many straight couples were asking us for our insight into what their issues were with their husbands. And I think, and this is the feedback, women really appreciated our help to have them understand what's going on from the male perspective. So I think as a couple, like a therapy thing, I think it would have been wise for them to continue on a show that somehow had us involved and you guys.
And I think what's really awesome about us, to be honest, as far as helping others, is that we are 100% open, and we don't, you know, the bad stuff too. We still haven't had sex in years. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people think. I'm gonna, you know why I like to say that?
Yeah.
Because we're so, and we'll get back to it. It's not a priority. Like, we're so happy as a couple, you know, like Tars is my best friend. We have so much fun. We all co-sleep, like all the kids, like, and the reason I like to put it out there and just put it out there like that, just throw it at you, is because there are couples that have sex every day. There are couples that have sex once a month. There are couples that have sex once a year, but you know what I mean? And then there are couples that you have kids and you're like, it's just low on the priority list, but we're happy.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, if one of us, oh, my stupid phone's going off. If one of us was not happy, if Tars was not happy with it, or if I was not happy with it, we would fix it immediately. We would talk about it. We would fix it. We would just fix it. But we're right now. We are so career oriented. We are all about the kids. We love our lives. But the minute, and we'll get back to sex. We've had so much of it, so much good stuff. Like when I first met him, it was all lust for years.
Check mark.
Yes, it was so much lust. Like I can remember his chest and like feeling it. But you know what I mean? Like we had that, and we're just not in that stage right now. It's freaking okay. Like I know so many moms, because the moms on my Instagram DM me about all this stuff, and I love it. And I know so many moms that are like, you know, there's so much pressure in society. Like, we haven't had sex in a few months, and I'm like, Mama, we haven't had sex in a few years, and we don't give a shit. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you think that's weird, that's fine. I understand that. And if you don't have to understand us, but we are so, Tars is like almost every day, like literally almost every day, I still, after this much time, wake up and go, I'm so freaking lucky. Like we're just happy, you know? And, but I'm not saying he's perfect. Like we have our stuff, but I'm just saying, I hate societal pressures. I hate it so much. I don't wear a wedding ring. I don't, do what you got, what works for you. Don't worry about what experts say. Like sex experts are like, if you're not having sex once a week, then no, because we have one of the best marriages. And again, not being conceited, but we're in heaven.
Yep.
Heaven. So we haven't, I like to put it out there because I like mamas, women, or even men to know that you don't need to worry about societal pressures. You don't need to worry about what experts say, because experts are just people at the end of the day. People
are wanting to know, where can they connect with you best to hear more insight into relationship things like this?
Instagram. I love my DMs. And by the way, Craig, can we get really soon, can we get on IG Live? Because I feel bad because my follower, I don't use Facebook very often. And
right after this, we'll take it to IG Live and we'll do a little mini recap. How does that sound?
Yeah, because I have an announcement, and I told my IG followers to have an announcement, and
I know. Blame it on me, and we will, like most things that happen when we're together.
Well, I always do.
Yeah. Favorite couple other than yourselves, Tina, in Newlyweds, your season, or your season. I want to know your season.
What up?
What is your favorite other couple other than, I would assume, yourselves?
Oh, never me. No, definitely Blair, because he had something to bring.
Yeah.
You know, he had something to bring. He was fun. He was drama. And I think it was real, like natural drama, like me. It wasn't like, you know, made up drama. He's drama like I am. And I think drama's fun. And
I love Blair. He's so much fun, guys. If you haven't seen it, you can find Newlyweds the First Year on most, I think, TV outlets, right?
We just got on all these articles. It's still, after all these years, it was number 11, I think, on the most shows that you should stream during quarantine. Still.
Oh wow! Yeah,
I was shocked. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and Blair and Jeff, who aren't together anymore, as I said in the intro, that they're pioneers, because right before marriage equality, because Brandon and I got the ability to be basically the first couple, same-sex, federally married and recognized couple to be featured in films for reality. And Blair and Jeff, they didn't let that stop them. It was like they were on the cusp, and that transfer over to where it became legal, where people liked them because they put it out there. They spent the money on their wedding. They made it just as special. They challenged the South. I really respect both of them and got to know, especially Blair, fairly well. I lost touch with him, and which is a shame. So I'll reach out to him again. And this is inspiring me too, but I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Speaking of what we think of people, so Andy Cohen, I want to know, what are your thoughts and feelings?
Okay,
that was a pause, girl.
I told you I'm so bad at hiding. This is why I was a good reality star, because I can't hide anything. Even hubby, like I wear my heart on my sleeve, and that's why we have a good relationship, because he knows my every thought and look and everything. It's terrible. Okay, so the only thing.
I love that we're whispering.
No, the only thing that makes me really like confused and sad. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about or not. Okay, so no, he's awesome. He was awesome. Really, just came off as genuine. We actually went back to him and hung out with him for something that he helped us with, which was so sweet. Like he's been there. He's been awesome. Like totally was in love with Tars. Like followed Tars on Twitter, and I was like, hey, Andy, hey, more star than my husband. Can I
hi?
No. Like, no, yeah, hi in background. Yeah. No, he was so sweet. He did so many little things on Watch What Happens Live where Tars and he was awesome. So the only thing I don't understand is the whole thing with Kathy Griffin, because I love her. I love what she stands for. And I don't want to get into all this because I know we don't want to make it about that. But like, the whole thing about, I feel like so many people are pressured that they have to act one way or they're going to lose their job. And I feel like that's what happened. And that's all I want to say about that, I guess. But that just made me so sad because I love Andy Cohen and I love Kathy Griffin. And that's just like, and you don't know the behind story. You don't know all the guys, what we what we hear in the media is 90% BS, right? Big surprise. So I don't know the whole story. But that just made me so sad because I love them both. So, I
think I told you my secret about Andy. If I didn't, I apologize because we're close enough that I should have, but I'm going to share something that I've never shared on any outlet. Are you ready?
Oh,
so one of the executives of Bravo after Thintervention tried to hook me up with Andy for like a real serious, like this is a couple that could make it, right? And I was already started to see Brandon, but like only 2 or 3 dates in with Brandon.
Sorry, wait, my phone's ringing. Shut up. Do.
So I did not.
Hold on.
You can press decline.
Leave. Thank you.
So with that in mind,
wait, I'm lost already. Which couple? What?
When I was doing Thintervention, my first Bravo show, an executive at Bravo tried to hook me and Andy up for getting to know each other with, for a possible relationship. I had already been dating Brandon at the time because Brandon came into my life during Thintervention while I was filming. And so I of course didn't because I was already invested with Brandon. But Andy is my type and I was interested. And so I had that kind of energy and attached to being now in a marriage show. And I know Andy would recall that trying to set up and that. So it was a little awkward at first. However, Andy was a part of my Thintervention show. So I really owe a lot to him and the career he's built to helped establish mine.
Backtrack. What? So did you meet him?
Oh, I met him lots before that. But then when someone at Bravo tried to, so when someone tried,
where did this lot happen, Craig?
Honestly, only over the phone. Because Andy was more proactive with shows, including ours, Thintervention. And then he kind of left his position, I believe, and he was more into Watch What Happens Live than the actual producing of the shows. But I was old school Bravo, where they had true Bravo celebrities other than Housewives and Vanderpump Rules and Shaws, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was a little bit there, and especially for me, I really think Andy is great. I think he's handsome, all those things. So when we got our show, and we weren't guests on Watch What Happens Live, they already knew they were throwing away our show and our season when it aired, even though it did incredibly well. So we were bartenders, and this was really hurtful to me. Andy really dismissed the opportunity that we had being featured on TV as the first legally married, federally recognized couple. He said his introduction, and don't quote me on this, but it was something along the lines of, I have with me the gay newlyweds from Bravo's Newlyweds the First Year. Let me tell you, they're really gay. And he said it in such a negative way. Exactly. It was really demeaning. So that hurt my feelings. However, Andy in person, whenever I see him, is really, really great. And so it's bittersweet.
Well, I mean, I think he drinks a lot. No, I don't mean like he's an alcoholic, but I think it's fun. He probably likes to get tanked. I know when I had something.
Well, he does a show that's about like drinking, taking shots whenever you hear, and entertaining people with cocktails. Yeah.
No, absolutely. When I got my belly bedazzled on the second time we were guests, he just kind of slurred it a bit. It said, there was the whole, everybody calling me saying I had a surrogate for the child. So I went on and I did the belly bling, and it said real enough haters, and it said mazel, and he said rozzle instead of mazel. And I said later on, we were watching it, and I told Tars, Tars was like, he was like slurring tipsy. And I was like, no. So I don't think he gives a hoot anymore. He's just like, I'm just gonna drink and say whatever I say, even if it doesn't make sense. I don't know. If I were him, I would do that, because who cares? He's Andy Cohen. He can just get slopped, and no one's gonna ever, like, everyone's gonna be like, yay, Andy said we're really gay. You know.
I haven't had the opportunity to really get to know him off of the cameras and like in these work settings. So I would like to, because through friends, I hear he's great.
No, he is great. We went and we met him for, like I said, like a work thing. And it was so cute because he had his little beagle, and the whole time he was like playing with him with the toy. But no, he's really, really, really sweet. That's why the Kathy Griffin thing just confuses me. I think they probably threatened to throw him off of NBC. I don't know.
Do you talk to anyone from Newlyweds, any of the 3 seasons, other than us, of course, because we talk all the time? Anyone else?
No.
No, me either. I would like to connect with Blair. Oh, actually, let me correct that. Nadine, we talked to Nadine.
I was feeling special before it. Don't correct it. Just move.
No, we do connect, not in person for a while, but Nadine and Eric from season 2 and Laura and Kirk, we definitely had connections with them. But specifically our season, as I talked about, I think it's just disheartening. Tara, Robin, and Brandon and I really got along, and we have nothing to do with them because she basically blocked us on all social media platforms to get back with her rich husband.
If you can't respect yourself enough to be with somebody that respects you, you're not going to respect anyone else. That's all I have to say about her.
Any other Bravo show that you would like to be a part of right now?
Is there a show where there's a kid swap, where someone takes your kids and you go on vacation to Bermuda for a week?
No, but I think you're going to pitch that out. Yeah.
It's funny I say that, because I love, as I ignore them because I'm hanging out with you. I love being with them. I love that they're home. We have the best time. And sometimes I want to punch them in the face, but I also love them so much.
Yeah, they're sweet. We're going to get to the family here. Okay, so I wanted to say how we both had opportunities and interest from Bravo Network itself to stay in touch and to hear ideas and stuff. Now,
we should do something.
We really should. But how do you feel about not having another Bravo opportunity afterwards? Because everyone was quite shocked that they didn't utilize you as talent, either in your own show or with something that they already had running. So what are your feelings about that?
So we started to talk about this, viewers, the other day. Craig and I started to talk about this, and I was like, I've never actually said it out loud, because
I think I specifically said, do you have resentment?
Yeah, and I never, again, I've never ever said it out loud, because I don't know, maybe I buried it, or I don't know, probably something unhealthy. So, knowing me, it was probably very unhealthy, and I probably have to go to therapy. But no, yeah, I definitely was. Definitely was. Well, okay, so when I got signed to Hollywood Records, I got signed by the CEO of Hollywood Records. I did a little performance in his office. That sounded perverted, but it wasn't. I sang guitar, whatever. I played the tabla in his office. Got signed by the CEO of Hollywood Records right away, and he was, from day one, was like, she's going to be the first Indian worldwide pop star, our queen, whatever. And they treated me like it, not with words, but with money. Like, you want a $5,000 Taylor guitar? Bam! Like, it was just okay. Spent $1 million making my album for 3 years. And then right before it was about to come out, I don't want to speculate, and I don't want to get into it, and I guess I shouldn't or whatever, but the VP got replaced, and I heard some stuff about whatever. I probably shouldn't say anything, but I heard some stuff about me not exactly being whatever. So basically they decided to give their marketing budget. It was like, I think it was me or Breaking Benjamin, or me or Hillary Duff. I don't remember. It was me or another artist to give the marketing budget to. So they spent $1 million making the album, 3 years in the making, at top producers ever. And then out of nowhere, a month before it was going to be released, dropped. Like, no warning, no nothing, just dropped. So the only reason I alluded to that is because that was like such a like take her down, crush her, and that made me realize things like that could happen. So
were you prepared?
No, not that I was prepared for the Bravo thing, but I was definitely way more prepared than if I have been crushed about 20 times since. I mean, it's the business. It's cutthroat. They don't care about you. They just want to do what they need to do. And it was definitely surprising because being told you're 71% of the ratings. So, but they tried. I mean, we were going back and forth a lot with the production people, and they're like, we're trying to figure out how to get you guys back on. Like, but they didn't want all 4 couples, so they didn't want necessarily like a second year of marriage because the other couples weren't that strong. But they wanted to keep us on, so they did. Like, hats off to them because they did put us on people's couch because they're like, people love Tars and Tina, so they put us on people's couch. But I was still upset about that because I wanted to continue Newlyweds in some shape or form. They could have found 3 new couples and like had us, and I don't know. They had all these ideas. They didn't go with any of them. They tried to put us on people's couch. I'll be honest, I was bored to tears filming that. We're not the type. I'm real, and for me to sit
you
there,
live life, you don't watch it.
I don't. Well, no, I watch some stuff, but like I don't sit there and watch the stuff we were supposed to watch. What was that? Abby's Dance, blah blah blah, and like all these reality shows that I've never watched, and we were supposed to comment on them, and we were supposed to. Oh wait, we were supposed to sit still. I mean, I don't do that. So it was just like, it was not my cup of tea to do people's couch because we were supposed to sit in bed and just be like, like.
Well, your life now, let me tell you, everyone, your life now is even more spectacular with the 3 kids. Okay, well that's a good question. Brandon and I, what's that?
It was your question, Mr. Humble. So yes, it's a good question.
Yeah, that's right. It was. I feel like Bravo missed a huge opportunity with Brandon and I in our professions. We went in and basically pitched a twist to Queer Eye. And in that room, those executives told us, no, it was done so well the first time, there's no way it's coming back. And then lo and behold, Netflix, Jen Levy created magic, and it's a bigger hit than ever, right? So we were wanting to do that with Brandon's beauty transformations because he does so much more than just hair and style. And mine as well. Like I am not the typical trainer. So we really had a lot to offer. So I'm kind of shocked that they didn't, and disappointed because we had invested so much in Bravo. But at the same time, I'm grateful, so grateful for just all the opportunities. And Mercedes, MJ from Shaw's, being one of our best friends. It's nice to be in that environment with the production company that truly loves and respects us. Because I didn't answer the question about I didn't answer it correctly about, talking to people. There's a lot of couples, or there is one couple from our season that we had to block ourselves on social media from, and we couldn't talk anymore from our phones, block them. What's their names even? Rob and Ro from the East Coast on our season. I don't know if people realize this, but anyone that watched Newlyweds, they bullied us. And Brandon, they had all of their friends, their families take to social media and try and discredit us because they were so jealous of us just having fun with the show and when it was airing and all that. Yeah, they really were bad. And then the producers, we looked to the producers to say, hey, stick up for us. And a producer that we were friends with, we asked his help, and he turned a blind eye to it. And especially as a gay man, he should have realized the level of bullying. Sure, they're still up to their tactics, and it hasn't gotten them far, but it was really dangerous for us and our emotional selves. And I think Bravo should have recognized the weight that they had with making, and they didn't intentionally make us lead gay characters, but we could have done something really special, and hopefully we will in the future. We're always open to the conversations with Bravo because we do like them.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
We had an amazing, I'm so sorry about your producer because we had an amazing time filming. I should have said that earlier too. The crew that we had, oh my God. Like, first of all, you forgot the cameras were there because we were so cool with them that they just became like invisible. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, you're so comfortable.
Yeah.
But secondly, like, you could always see like, oh my God, we loved everyone. The guys who were filming, like, their shoulders would be going like this because we'd be making them laugh, and then we'd trying to not like hold the camera still. We had we loved
our camera crew. We loved them.
Okay.
And
okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had some good people. We had a bad seed leading it. In fact, let's talk about the personal. But let's talk about the personal issue that you had with our producer, because for our final filming, we had to celebrate marriage equality. We had Signs of Visibility, which was an evening of all of our close friends showcasing their talents and raising money for the cause, basically. And Tina was there, and she made it hell on earth for both of us. And she tried to put you right in the back and all that. And I'm like, no, Tina's a friend of ours. So we strategically placed her in the camera frame. Remember?
But it was hard to hide me because I was 9 months pregnant. I was like, hey, let me hide.
And I'm like, no, Tina's going to be there, and she's going to sing, and she's going to sit right next to us. And she goes, no, that can't be. And I said, okay, let's cancel it all. Let's cancel it, because we're doing this authentically. We don't care about the cameras.
Oh, you said that to her?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I said, let's cancel the whole night.
I wish I had your balls. I really do.
Send your crew home. I said, we don't need this. We're fine. We're here to celebrate ourselves, our friends, who Tina's an authentic friend of mine, and our life and the talent of our friends. And anyway, we were like this. And do you remember that time where I'm like, don't move to you? I'm like, no, don't move. You're sitting right here. You're my friend. Because she wanted to move your seat. Remember? She wanted to put you in a different place.
In the back.
Yeah, off camera.
Man.
So yeah, we even had our balance with that. But okay, so I want to.
I don't mean this in a conceited way again, but it would have helped the show, because it's like, oh, Tina from season 1. I mean, even if I sucked on season, it's just like another Bravo, blah blah blah. Like it would have.
Yeah, you think.
Choice. I don't understand any of her decisions.
We just had to hide a lot of our friends and stuff, which was just stupid, because Bravo didn't have a problem with it. It was just her and her simplicity with the show. Tina, how did you and Tars avoid the relationship reality TV curse, which is when you put your relationship on TV, almost always it ends badly, including most of the Bachelorette and the Bachelor shows and all of that. You survived it. We survived it. How did you two survive it?
Because nothing, this sounds so cheesy, but nothing will break us apart. No, nothing. There's nothing. I mean, and I'll tell you exactly why, because I married my best friend. And that's why I put it out there that we haven't had sex in years. I don't care. Like whatever. And I'll just, again, I'll say, I have to say it because I have to defend myself, because people are like, whatever, if they just tuned in, because we had all that sex stuff and the lust stuff, but we are what we are, and we're so open. That's what I want to say. We are so I think what people don't get is like every little thing, if need be, should be voiced.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I can tell him I got jealous a little when you did this, or like, I mean, everything is still to this day is not talked to death, but it's voiced. And if it needs to be talked to death, then we will. But it's like, it's so cliche, but it's so important.
We learned that late in the game. I'll tell you this, and people are surprised when we share this. I believe that Newlyweds and having the accountability to showcase our first year of married life helped expedite a lot of the issues that would have came out later. I don't know if Brandon and I would have held out long term if we didn't do the show. It was therapy. It was therapy for us. We had to expedite.
No, you're right in that sense. But go on.
So we had to deal and actually talk about things that you talked 4 years from then, 6 years from then. And we had to really sit down and deal with them. And because we did, we developed this partnership and this healthy codependency on each other that I think that it was therapy for us. It really was. And I can't imagine not being together, but I had blocks up, I had walls up. There was things about each other that really were problematic and not talked about. And I don't think we would have talked about it if we didn't have the show. I
love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge.
Yep. Okay. Tina, any other thing about Newlyweds? Because I want to move on, because so many people, especially in the Sciplay Fitness and Slots, because you were featured in a recent Home Sweat Home episode.
I want to get on IG Live, and I want to talk about that, because that was so much fun, and I can't thank you enough for like allowing us to do that, because it's such a cool concept. Go.
So Tina and her 3 kids were on Home Sweat Home, my bedroom workout from home, and it was so entertaining. You guys have to check it out.
It's so cool that you're doing that. I mean, it's just, you have the best ideas. Like I mean, this slots idea, that the fact that we were talking the other day about how you actually came up with it, because I was like, I felt like some giant company reached out to you and said, hey, I have this great idea for workouts and doing like slot machines and this, and making workouts easier because you're gambling while you're doing your workout.
Yeah. Gaming in this case.
Sure, gaming. And that doesn't make sense until you check it out. Like, I didn't really fully get it. Okay. Yeah. But until you check it out. And I thought some big company with like some genius executive talked to you about it. And then the other day when you were like, no, I reached out to them with that. You're crazy. Yeah. I wish I had half of your brain.
It was helping so many clients of mine, in particular people that love Vegas. They love the excitement of slot games and like having a cocktail in hand and all of that. So to be able to tell them, hey, listen, you can play your games, which they have 7 different apps. You can play your games, and I'm going to give you exercise programming that is going to be undercover. You're not even going to feel the pain and the discomfort that you normally would, because you're entertained. And thank you for helping entertain, because it's one of my favorite episodes, because you and the dynamic of you and your kids is off the charts hilarious.
They're funny.
So good. Okay, so you're a mom, not just of Tars, but now you have 3 children in total.
They're crazy.
You don't look like it. How do you keep your body? That's what most of the comments were from Fitness and Slots is, okay, what's her story and how after 3 kids is she able to?
You know what? I will say this. It's really, especially quarantine, right? This whole thing is hard. The whole thing is hard. It's hard. It's like, I have that same question for you, because it's hard. Where do you find the motivation anymore? You know, I don't know about you, but we've been home since early March and we're not going anywhere. There's nobody to look like anything for. But it's hard. And it's people like you that come up with genius ideas like this to help us make workouts fun. That's amazing. I mean, that helps so much. And you guys, if you haven't checked out what Craig's doing, you have to. It's genius. And it's not even like you're working out, because let's be honest.
But you feel it. And my muscles, after filming your episode, my legs were killing me in a good way.
We had fun with the kids, and I had fun doing those workouts, but I actually did it like after, and I was like, damn you, Craig, but I had so much fun. But I had so much fun. I mean, but it's really just finding ways to make it fun, which is what you do.
You're active with your kids. Does that have anything to do with how you stay fit? Like, because I hear from even MJ from Shaw's, she said it's a cardio workout all day long. Do you think that's a factor?
I do. I do. Yeah. I mean, for sure. Like, especially with homeschooling, I'm running between 3 computers all morning, and I'm like, when do you get to eat? But no, it's really just, it's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's hard. I mean, I want to eat pizza and drink wine all day. And especially during homeschool. Oh my God. I want to just like load up. I want to just like have a bottle of wine before I even start. It's very frustrating. It is very frustrating, especially because I'm trying to run Mom on Top Shop, on one computer while I am running through their 3 computers and trying to be like, and they're little. They don't know even how to like turn their headphones. They're little. They're not 12. They're 3, 5, and 7.
Oh my gosh.
They're little. So they're on computers. And so it's a whole different world. But so I just want to say, don't give up. Don't give up. I mean, I know
with your fitness as a mom, with fitness.
Yeah. No, I wasn't saying like, don't give up and like throw your kids out. No, don't give up with your fitness. It is hard. I know this sounds weird coming from me, because I'm not trying to lose 100 pounds or anything like that. So, but I've been trying to lose the same, 10 pounds for the last, 8 months that I gained just through quarantine or whatever. And it is hard. It is hard. Don't give up, and find people like Craig who have ways to actually make it fun.
Well, to wrap that up, people, please go to Sciplay Fitness and Slots. So on YouTube, just put in Fitness and Slots and it will come up. My name, it will come up. and we'll post it here. But I really encourage you to subscribe and make sure that you turn on notifications so you get notice of these live videos that I'm doing and all of the posts weekly of new exercise workouts that you can do that are fun. And they're not all about gamifying and playing your games, your Slack games at the same time. So if you're not an enthusiast of that, there's still lots up there for you. But I think you will fall in love with the Sciplay games at the same time.
It's amazing. Amazing. It's innovative. It's different. It's different than anything I've ever seen. And it's fun. Like the whole point of working out right now during quarantine is like, you need to find ways to make it fun because it's hard with all that's going
innovative and unique. Let's talk about that. And also on the same lines of how you look so fantastic, you also shared all of the stretch marks you had and the damage that having each children does. But Mom on Top Shop, and correct me if I'm wrong, really was inspired by you developing for yourself products that were going to help appropriately give you your existence back, really, because it was shocking, the results.
I need to know how you do it every morning too. And I know it's like sort of what you do in life, but still I want to find your motivation. So I'm going to be really quick. After being on Watch What Happens Live, I did a pregnancy reveal. Everybody asked me what I use for pregnancy and for postpartum.
You tell everyone, I'll be right back. Okay. You keep telling everyone.
Yeah. And I was just like, well, I have access to a bunch of physicians because I'm Indian and we're all physicians. I'm not, but I should be. So I hooked up with a world-renowned like skin healing physician. We came up with something for me that healed all of my scars. I had pups. I don't know if you know what that is. I had pups and scars and stretch and blah, 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 on the loose skin. And we came up with something and it worked amazingly for me. So I was just like, well, everybody who saw me on Bravo is asking, why don't I jar it up and sell it? So I did it like as just like whatever, why not? And then the reviews are incredible. Everyone's going through the same thing that I've gone through, which is like, marks faded, tighter skin. And now it's my daily skincare. I don't know if you guys think I look like I'm 90 years old or 30, but I
can hear that.
My birthday is Saturday and I'm so old. I don't remember how old I'm going to be. I'm going to be 43. Is that right? I think.
Hi, I'm back. Yeah, it was live. This is live. And I had a delivery come. But yeah, we're going to talk about your birthday because you're having a birthday party on socials and it's a dance. I
am, and I want to talk about that, but I have to go to IG Live and tell them too. So these are my products. It's called, so this is Bake It and Shake It. So Bake It, where are you? Bake It is right here. Hold on, old mama in the house. Bake It's right here and Shake It. Bake It's for pregnant women and Shake It is for postpartum, but it's also like my daily skincare. I don't know if you guys think I look good for my age. No, but it's what I use everywhere, head to toe, like even as a hair mask. But under eyes, everything. It tightens everything up. It's fading marks and everything. So just go to momontopshop.com. And right now we're having a 30% off sale.
Ooh. We talked about this, but because of Mercedes MJ from Shaw's, she recently had baby shams and she's looking for something for stretch marks and stuff. So what are we sending her? What am I going to get for her?
Send her a scrub and cream. Shake It. It's amazing. It's heavy. Oh, it's all natural. It's vegan. It's organic. It's no chemicals at all. My motto, guys. Oh my gosh, I used to use stuff from like the stores with all the unpronounceable chemicals, and my motto now, because I switched to all natural, and I like 10 years off my face, 10 years off my body. My motto now is if I can't pronounce it, it's not going on my body, and that's it. And we have like kid stuff and we have man stuff. We have like man repair, which is amazing, which we're coming out with new labels for. But anyway, so
great.
Yeah, go on my Instagram, check it out. It's in my profile link and it's 30% off right now, but only for like this weekend. So hurry up. I want to know about, so I want to go back to, we have to get on IG Live. I feel so bad because I told my IG followers.
We will. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up.
And they're like, you're supposed to be on at 5. But wait, tell me about, like, forget me, muscles. Where's your motivation?
I have to put the most simple movement into motion and be excited for that. A lot of times I get in my head that it has to be all or nothing mentality. Like I have to be basically lifting a Tina over my head and do a squat press with her. And that's not the case. Like I joined this Palm Springs front runners group and walkers group. And I'm hosting the Pride Run November 6th to 8th. And just having that accountability, which is a 5K of walking or jogging, it gets me motivated. And if I walk, it leads to jogging. And if I jog, it leads to push-ups. It leads to endless exercise, because chemically I shift and change my body. And that's the whole point of when I play my games with it. And authentically, this is what I do when I'm discouraged and I don't have energy for exercising. I'm like, I'm going to play my games anyway for 20 minutes. So why don't I do 10 spins, do as many push-ups as I can? So I'm occupying my mind on it. So really, authentically, guys, and let me tell you, my Sciplay Fitness and Slots is a real deal thing that has worked for me and clients. So if you're discouraged, I encourage people to do it.
No, it's better than like just watch. Like I like to put the TV on sometimes when I'm doing whatever. It's so much better because the time goes by so much faster, and you don't even like. It's so much fun. It's so much more fun than putting the TV on.
And the fitness programming, like with my walking, I'm not a jogger. I'm not a runner. I'm 200 pounds of muscle. So to put that into motion is a lot of energy. However, when I'm doing this and I have my game, here where I can still see where I'm going. And once you play the Sciplay games, even knowing the sounds of it, you're able to match up what's going on. With wins and stuff, I'll do 10 spins. If I get a bonus within that 10 spin of walking, I take it to a jog for the duration of the bonus. Wow. And because I'm already heightened and energetic and stuff like that. So it drives me. So I think for my advice for people is you have to take the appropriate steps forward with small little things that actually make a difference, both with exercising and nutrition. So if you're cutting down the sugars in your diet, then throw in a club soda with no sugar and things like that. Little changes are going to affect your brain, and then your body will follow.
No, and you're right. And I should have said that when you asked me how I stay fit, because I try really hard to make those little changes. And what I mean by that is even the silliest things, like I have a sugar-free dressing that I use that I don't love. So I mix it with the low-fat dressing and do half the littlest things.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then on the weekends I go a little crazy and I have my wine and whatever, but you're right. It's like all about the little things. And my mom used to always say, my mom was so fit and so healthy. And she always used to say, it's like, it's really just about like, don't take the elevator, take the stairs and things like that. And she lived by that. And that stuck with me. Like, it's just the littlest things.
Kim Bishop says she needs that in her life. She needs your products in her life. And Fitness and Slots luckily put momontopshop.com so people on YouTube can visit your page. And they said shake it, bake it, and shake it on Mom on Top Shop.
Love it. Thank you, Craig. Yeah. I need to tell my IG followers about Fitness and Slots, because I think they would eat it up. Can we move on? Can you guys come with us to IG, to Craig's Instagram? Can you come with us? Well, I'll tell you about my big announcement. I'll tell you about my birthday surprise, my giveaway, and it's fitness related.
Okay, quickly though, your birthday on the Saturday, the 17th, 18th. I don't have it in front of me.
17th, yeah.
And where can people should follow you to find out more information about that, because it's going to be a Zumba party, correct?
It's going to be, okay, so it's, I want to tell, okay, it's going to be, there's a grand prize, which is going to be like tons of stuff. And then, but then, here's the cool thing. Everybody's walking away with prizes. So there's the second prize is like everybody's getting a prize, okay? And here's what it is. It's going to be in my living room on Zoom. It's exclusive. Like if you have to get in early, because it's only, I think like a few hundred people and that's it. And then they kick everybody out. So
how can people do that?
Okay. So here's all you have to do. We're going to dance our asses off. We're going to get sweaty. Oh, wait, listen, you can turn your camera off. Because if you're just not feeling it, if you're like, look, I kind of feel, because I have those days where I turn my camera off because I'm just like, I'm just not feeling it today. I don't feel good. I don't feel like, woo, so you can turn your camera off, but just be with me like spiritually. October 17th, Saturday. And all you have to do, it'll take you 5 seconds. All you have to do is, I haven't posted the people to follow yet, but in the next few days, I'm going to post, there's a couple people to follow and that's it. And then you sign up. If you go to SeattleDanceFitness.com, company that's doing the classes, SeattleDanceFitness.com. There's a birthday cake right on there. It says big birthday giveaway dance party. And all you do is you have to put in your name and your email, and that's it. And then you'll get a little sign up. But don't sign up if you're not going to show up, because you're not going to win unless you're literally in the party. If you're not there Saturday morning dancing with us and chilling with us, we're going to have fun. We're going to be goofy. My kids are going to do a special dance performance for me.
I love it.
We're just going to be so stupid together. I love to be stupid. Again, you can turn your camera off if you're not feeling it, but just be there. But please don't sign up if you're not going to come, because you can only win the grand prize if you show up on Saturday. But I really encourage you, because Craig, really quick, this company, besides what you do, besides the fitness and slot stuff, all of the workouts that you do, you asked me how I stay fit. It's finding what you do. And then on top of that, for the sexy mom dance stuff, I tried like 5 or 6 companies before I found Seattle Fitness. I don't work for them, guys. I don't get paid by them, nothing.
SeattleDanceFitness.com, Jessica's saying.
Oh, Jessica's on? I love her.
Yeah.
So Jessica's the owner, and she's going to co-host it with me. And no, but listen, I went to like 5 or 6 different dance companies. She's on here. I shouldn't say this. No, before I found her, and they were fine. They were okay. And then I met the moms at Seattle Dance Fitness. Jessica herself she exudes warmth and radiance, and it's just a no judgment zone, which is, I'm all about that, like no judgment, because we're all in this together. Like, I'm a freaking nut bag. I have so many faults, and it's just like, I just love all the moms there. So she sticks her butt in the camera. She'll do
guys do it too?
What?
Can guys do it?
Yes, there's dudes, there's dads and dudes that show up. No, if you like to dance, you're gonna love Jessica. You're gonna love, and I don't work for her. I don't have anything to do. Jessica, you want to pay me? No, I don't do it. No, I don't have anything to do with them at all. I'm just a grateful mom that loves to just do this.
Nice. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to dance party on October 17th with Tina. Everyone is going to follow Tina on Instagram at TINA SUGANDH.
Party.
And just to be clear, I want to really spell that out. And I did, or Fitness and Slots actually did. They wrote TINA SUGANDH on IG. And you can get more information about Seattle Dance Fitness and the dance party on Saturday there.
And the prizes are great, by the way. If you don't like me, if you're like that BIA is annoying, just come for the prizes.
Canadians love a prize. So I know a lot of my Canadian friends are going to jump on board. Let us know if you have any other questions, because Tina is hopefully going to stock Fitness and Slots on YouTube and answer your questions. Tina, thank you so much for joining me, and really, as always, opening up your life like you did on Newlyweds the First Year and doing for all of us. I love you.
No, I love you, and I strive to be like you, because you are amazing, and you have one of the biggest hearts you're just amazing, Craig. I'm grateful to know you. I'm grateful to know you. You've changed me in a lot of ways, and I respect you, and I admire you, and I love you. Switch over to IG Live with me so I can say hi to IG. And Fitness Slots, I don't know how you came up with that idea. It's genius. It's helping so many people, and my kids love doing your workouts. That's insane.
Check out Tina's episode of Home Sweat Home and follow her on Instagram, and join me as well. I'm going to jump over there at Craig Ramsey Fit on Instagram. See you there. Hey, bye.